Happy is the man sanding glass with his hands. Action. Good afternoon. Welcome to today's episode of Home Improvements. As you can see, I'm on the sultry shores of the Gulf of Siam, Chonburi Province, for those who are interested enough to care. What we're going to do today... Okay, first of all, let me get this up front right away. I have scavenger DNA. What does that mean? It means I like to look around, particularly abandoned construction sites, sites of demolition that they haven't cleaned up yet, and pick through or sort through the debris to find stuff that I think is cool and that I can use to make furniture. I've been doing that since I was a little kid. I think I saw my parents use bricks and planks of woods to create bookshelves, and it stuck. I liked it. I thought it looked groovy. So as a groovy guy, I do the same. I make shelves out of stacks of bricks and planks, and now I'm tables and tabletops. That's what I'm doing today. The other day I scavenged a big piece of black glass, maybe about, they go in millimeters here, so maybe about 8 millimeters thick. I guess 2 or 3. And it's not a straight rectangle. It was shattered, so there are these natural curves and straight lines that I'm going to use as a tabletop. It's about 37 inches long and about 20 inches deep, something like that. What has to happen though is I have to sand the edges because the glass is just dangerously sharp. And even though it's unlikely I'm going to run into it or scrape my hand alongside it, I just wanted to smooth it. I just want to smooth it out before I set it up as a tabletop. So to do that, I had to figure out, well, how do I do that? Because I've never done that before. I'm not a glazier. I haven't spent a lot of time paying attention to glass. Necessary. Anyway, so I looked it up. I found out that there's a certain kind of sandpaper that you use for glass, and there are different strengths and there are different methods. There's wet and there's dry, and there are different calibers of gruffness to create different degrees of friction, and that when you sand it, the glass fragments, the dust goes somewhere, and it's not something you want to live around. So I'm up on the roof. And I set up, first thing I got to do is I have to make the tool. Here my scissors, we all know how to do that. I have a pestle that comes in very handy here in Thailand. People use it to bash vegetables into a mortar, make salads. I guess they use it for other purposes, I don't know. But here's the sandpaper, black. Not the highest it goes up higher. So this was the only one they had at the do-it-yourself store. What's I do? And I'm going to cut a piece, tape it to the pestle here, and use that to scrape. Well, we don't know. I'm going to say gently along the edge at a 45-degree angle to smooth out the 3 or 4 edges that need to be smoothed out. So that's the introduction. Now I'm going to go downstairs and get the tabletop. Okay, here is said piece of glass, and I'm semi-succeeded in affixing the glass sandpaper glass, or however you call it, to my pestle, using tape that doesn't stick, which is par for the course here. And I don't want to insult my hosts, but almost half the stuff that I buy here is crap. It's manufactured in China, and it breaks within weeks. Just the tape doesn't stick. The glass lenses just crack. I don't know how they function like this, and I'm trying to adapt but so far I've only had limited success. Anyway, that's another story. Now we're going to sand the glass. Let me set this up again. In the rain. I got some shy lights here. When I go outside in the rain, I don't know if it's a shy light. Possibly the stylistics. Perish. I'm not a DJ. I'm a home improvement specialist. Starting to learn how to blow smoke rings too. What I figured out though is you'd have to do it indoors. If there's any wind, forget it. In the rain. Okay, that's going to be it for the exterior shots for this shoot. Because I got to focus a little bit more on finishing this up. I think I only have one more sheet that I can use. The other half of this sheet, because I see as I'm scraping along the edge of the glass, the sand or the diamond chips, whatever that is on the surface of the paper is wearing down and it's not doing its job. But when it did do it, seems to have been effective enough, the 240 number. And I'm doing it dry. It says wet or dry, so I'll wipe it down with some liquid, some water, or some cleanser, glass cleaner, after I'm done. But that's really all I should need, because I shan't be doing this again. It's unlikely. I mean, I could have just bought a piece, you know, saved the effort. I bought 2 pieces for my table, for dresser tops, because if you don't buy them, the veneer that the tabletop, on the tabletop itself, starts wearing away like within weeks, and it starts peeling. It looks like the crap that it is. But I put the black glass on top of it and salvaged it. Pardon the pun. Now it looks pretty good. And the next shot will be of the finished product, placed in my quarters, doing its performing its function, as do I. This is you know who, you know where, you know why, and so are they clap. This is out. I said out.